What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be introducing you to CSS. Alright, now if you don't know HTML and you want to learn it, then click on the top right on the pop-up and check out my HTML lessons. But if not, then let's get started. So now the first thing I'm going to do is actually make this bigger for you guys. Like this. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our head, type in style, and inside of here we're going to be writing our styles. Alright, and before I actually do that, I have to show you guys the syntax, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, we have an H1 right here, and this is going to be the selector. So we're selecting the H1, or all the H1s in this case, and inside these brackets right here, we're declaring the styles. So this right here is going to be our declaration, so color blue, that's going to be one declaration, and then font size 12 pixels, that's another one. And then inside each declaration, we have a property and a value. So in this case, we have the property is going to be color and the value is going to be blue. And to know where it ends, we're going to have to put this. So when you see this, that's when you know the declaration ends. So now that we're going to know that all the H1s in the website or whatever is going to be blue, and the font size is going to be 12 pixels. And the font size is basically just their size. So they're going to be 12 pixels and blue. Alright, so let's actually go to our body and let's make an H1. I'm going to call it CSS tutorial. Actually, let's do CSS lesson. Getting started. And now I'm going to go to our style. And to select it, we're going to have to just type in H1. And then we have to open this. And if you get this right here, that means that, it's empty. As you can see, we get this. Do not use empty rule sets. But you can just ignore it for now, doesn't matter. And if we type something, it's going to go away. Now, let's actually start with the most basic. So color. So just type in color. And then just pick whatever you want. So let's do deep sky blue. There we go. Now, let's see what it looks like. So open it with live server. There we go. And now as you can see, we have a header. And it's cyan or deep sky blue. Let's actually add a paragraph under and type in, I'm going to just do lorem for now and do the same thing. So we're going to go under this H1, type in P, that's for the paragraph. And now let's copy this color attribute and let's make it, what do we have here? Let's try navy and let's see what it looks like. There we go. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, then you're going to know that you can actually add styles to the elements. So let's say we can just go to this H1 right here, add the style attribute, and then we can just set the color here. And if we actually set the color here to, let's say, coral, then it will override this right here, because this H1, so the style in this H1 is always going to override the style in the head and anything else. So if I actually add another H1, which you shouldn't really do, but just for this case, I want to type in let's just do the same thing actually. And now what you're gonna see is so I didn't add any styles here, and basically what happened is this style got applied to this one, but it didn't get applied to this one because this style attribute right here overwritten this one. Now if I actually check this with our developer console like this, then you're going to see here in the styles that we still have this color deep sky blue, but it's crossed, which means that that something is overriding it. And as you can see, we have this element style and it's overriding it. So if I just cross this out, then it's going to turn blue, or deep sky blue in this case. And I'm going to show you how to change the size of our text right here. So I'm going to delete this right here, remove this style, and I'm going to go to this paragraph right here and type in font size. And you could just choose large, larger, whatever this is, or you can choose it in values like, let's say, 60 pixels. And now if we open it with live server, then it's going to be bigger than our header. So you can make your paragraphs bigger than your headers if you'll ever need to, by using this font size right here. I'm going to actually show you a pretty cool trick. So if we right click, inspect, click on this button right here, and if we hover over them, you're going to see this blue background right here on each element. And as you can see, the width is going to be, well, basically almost the whole width. And what if we want to set this text, this header, to be in the center of our page? Well, you can do that by simply going to our H1, and just typing text align, and then center. And then if we go back here, as you can see, it's going to be on the center of the page. And we can actually do the same thing for our paragraph. So let's do text align center. And I'm going to actually make this, let's try 20 pixels. There we go. And if you want to, you can actually just add this text align to your body. So we could just go on top of the H1 body. And the order doesn't matter too much, but it does. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that later. So if I actually put this here, I can just delete this like that. And as you can see, we only have this text aligner in our body, and all of our text will still be in the center or aligned. And that's because this text align, if I actually go to our H1, then you're going to see that it passed here too. And let's say that we wanted this paragraph to not be text aligned center. We can just copy this, put it here. We'll just change this text align to left. And now everything in our body is going to be in the center other than our paragraph. So there we go. And now what I meant before was that if I actually have this body right here, right? And if I put this body under and make this text align, let's do right, then you're going to see that now this style right here for the body is going to overwrite this one because it's on the very bottom and it reads the code, it reads it from top to bottom. So the last thing it's going to see, that's the style that it will add. And if we actually go here, then you're going to see that it does override this one. So be aware of that. Now I'm going to get everything back to how it was. So I'm just going to get the center. There we go. And let's actually add this font size to our header because it's pretty small. Let's try 35 and see what happens. That looks a lot better. And we can actually delete this. So just Control X. And we can make a CSS file and it's still gonna work. So go to your folder, click here, type in styles.css and paste everything here other than the style, of course. There we go. And now if we go back to our index.html and go back here, then as you can see, none of the styles work. And the reason for that is because we have to link them together. And to do that, you're going to want to go to your head, under your title, type in link, and then find the CSS right here, or you could just hit enter. And then in this href, you're just going to put the path to our folder. So let's do that like this. Now if we actually go back and reload, or not even reload, then as you can see, it works. Right guys, this is going to be it for this video. If you guys want to see how to style more and get better at this, then go and see my next video. So thanks again for watching. If you guys have any questions, then leave a comment down below. Sub to the channel for more content like this, and see you in the next video. Bye.